What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today is the first day of the Go Battle weekend, which means we have so many battles to get through. I figured today might as well try out a bit of a fun team using a Togekiss and Shadow Giratina core. These two Pokemon are very cool picks here in the current season. Haven't really tried out Giratina much since the Dragon-type rework in the earlier part of this season, so we'll see what we can end up doing here with this team. Our current ELO is at 2869, so not too bad. Let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. All right, we got our first opponent here. Hopefully Togekiss can get some good leads here today. I don't really know what people are running right now. Looks like, I guess, our opponent running a Charjabug. Not exactly the best lead for me to see, but the best thing about it is my backline does have quite a bit of play here. Although Charjabug likely could have gone, if it wanted to, for a move known as X-Scissor, but they don't even do that. They actually just swap instantly into an Annihilate. Now, this is not a great Pokemon to see, but I'm going to go for the Rock Tomb, just because I know I need 2 Charge Attacks to knock out anyway. Might as well get that debuff off earlier. And if they don't go for like an Ice Punch here, I don't think they knock us out. If they go for a Rage Fist, yeah, I think I survived that. So they probably have to go for the other move here, either Ice Punch or Close Combat. Either way, I'm going to No Shield and see what they want to do. Oh, wow, they actually do have Close Combat here as their coverage move. That is not exactly what I was expecting, but I guess we'll try to go for a Farm Down, but they likely do reach a Rage Fist here. So that Charjabug does have a little bit of energy on it. And the thing that's kind of worrying me right now is we already saw that their lead and this Pokemon are very weak to Giratina. Is the odds of the third Pokemon also being weak to Giratina a thing? I mean, there could be a chance of that, but I feel like the odds are not in our favor here. Diggersby in the back line, not exactly the best Pokemon for Giratina to see, especially because I am on Shadow Claw. If I were on Dragon Breath, that could be a little bit better, but I figured Shadow Claw would be a bit of a better play because Steel types are a little bit tricky for this team. I might as well have access to a little bit of anti-Steel pressure, but it's looking a little bit tough for us right now. I'm going to shield this up because I know a Scorching Sands is probably going to do more damage than anything that Charjabug will throw into my Giratina. And I want to keep some HP here if I can. I have another Dragon Claw, and we saw it did do quite a bit of damage. I mean, the Dragon-type rework here at the start of the season makes it so these Dragon-type moves do just a little bit more damage. But not enough, necessarily. Try to go for a catch. Don't quite have my switch clock up in time, so not able to do that. Alright, Scorching's gonna hurt, so I'm gonna shield this up once again. Our opponent now, they get the debuff, okay. Not ideal. I'll go for the Dragon Claw here before their next attack. I don't know what they want to do here. Once again, it's gonna be kind of close. They could even let this go if they want to, and maybe just try to close this game out with that Charjabug, which it looks like that might be what they're doing here. They could have Crunch, I guess. I think we survived one X-Scissor, but the next one likely would knock us out here. Let's see. Yeah, X-Scissor comes through. We might survive the next one. But these Volt Switches are going to add up quite a bit as well. I'll go for the Dragon Claw here just to try to do anything that I can. I need to get some damage off against this. They go for the No Shield, which honestly may be a bit of a misplay on their end. They go for a catch as well. If this is a catch on an X-Scissor, that could be massive. But if they went for the Discharge anticipating a catch, that could be bad. Okay, hold on. They need to throw even more energy against us, and Peck is going to add up quite a bit here. Yeah, they can't farm us down. Somehow we just win that game. They forget to shield a single move, and we're able to come out on top. That's insane. All right, good start to the team here. Let's see if we can keep on going. Honestly, I kind of forgot that Shadow Caesar is a Pokemon that I could fight. This team is a little bit soft to that Pokemon. But on Go Battle Weekend, you're allowed to kind of just experiment with teams and use things that you might not otherwise do, because, I mean, you get so many battles, right? You might as well. And we got our next game here. Let's see if we can get another win. That was a pretty awkward game, but we were able to come back from it in that first game. So let's see if we can do that again here. Togekiss up against a Carbink. Okay, well, it's a trial by fire here at the start of the day. I'll swap into my Cradilly. Unfortunately, they likely... Man, okay, they have another Annihilate here. This is so bad. Because it's not like I have a much better answer to that Carbink in the backline. My best answer is my Cradilly. But again, I will go for the Rock Tomb, just because I want that debuff. But because this is the non-Shadow Ape, Rage Fist will knock us out. Which is not ideal. I'm gonna no-shield this, I think, again. The problem is they almost certainly do have Ice Punch here. And unlike last time, they're gonna be boosted with her attack stat when they get to it. I think I have to shield this. I think I have to shield something this game. There's way too much fast move pressure if I don't. So we'll shield this up, farm down, and see what we can do. I wish I'd see a fighting type in the lead. I'm actually so strong against fighters, aside from my Cradilly, right? But Cradilly seems to be, I guess, just getting kind of countered by those Pokemon here in the back line. Orisphere's going to do some damage. Yes? What's in the back? Not good enough, right? Like, it's playable. It's actually pretty good for Giratina, saying that we do wall the moveset. Throw on CMP, that's like, it doesn't matter. This is just such a bad team comp for me. Carbink plus a Mud Slapper makes sense, especially a Mud Slapper that's so good against other Mud Slappers, but I don't really know what I could have done here this game. If I say swap my Giratina, maybe I'd have more play, but I honestly, even then, don't really see much of a win con. I just barely don't even farm down here. I don't think it would have mattered either way, because I would only get to, like, 2 Shadow Sneaks, and Shadow Sneak is not a very good move, so unfortunately, this game is just kind of over. I guess sometimes you get people just running absolute garbage on Go Battle weekend too. You know, some people are like, let's just RPS our way through this weekend. Let's not have flexible play. And those people suck. I don't know who I just fought there. I'm sorry if you're watching this video. But also, don't use that team. All right, we got our next opponent. And hopefully, this time, maybe Togekiss can actually win the lead. He's going to Carbink and a Charger Bug so far. What's this next one going to be? Togekiss up against a Shadow Steelix. Yeah, not getting much better here, not going to lie. Although Cradilly's not terrible here, so I'm going to bring it in immediately. You've got to be dude, what? I have not seen this many Annihilates in, like, I don't even know. Okay, I'm sorry for my level of noise here, but, like, this is insane. I swear, I'm just playing out the same game over and over again. Alright. They probably have to Ice Punch us again to knock us out here. Their attack has been debuffed, as we keep on saying. They go for an Ice Punch. Doesn't quite knock us out, which is actually maybe bad for us. I don't really know. Maybe I get a shield here with this Grass Knot. Either way, I get less farm on my Togekiss, which is not great. Oh, we actually flip switch? Hold on. Okay, so this is actually playing out a little bit differently than the last couple of games. The big problem, though, is Giratina is not necessarily a hard answer to Steelix. Not even like a soft answer to Steelix. But I guess I have Shadow Claw, right? And I do resist Thunder Fang. But Crunch is super effective potentially against us, so I don't want to take that move if I can help it. Earthquake would not be super effective, but that would do a lot of damage, so a good shield by us. Ah, man, but in the back is a Wigglytuff, and I don't know if we have enough on our Togekiss here to win this game. Because we need to land 3 attacks here against them. And yeah, I feel like we're in a pretty bad spot even still. They throw in bad timing, which, like, they shouldn't do that, but they do. And it's not gonna matter. They Icy Wind here. Interesting. They're 1 away, though, still from the next Swift. Oh, man. I had a bit of hope when I flipped Switch Advantage here. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too bad for us in the back. I don't know why they're letting us CMP, though. But I don't think it matters, because they still have that other guy. Hold on. If I can, like, Dragon Claw that Wigglytuff, maybe there's still a chance here. Problem is, I don't know if I can. I think I'm still outside of Icy Wind range. We'll see. I can't take a Psychic Fangs here, because a Psychic Fangs would definitely put us into Icy Wind range. Alright. This is gonna get so weird. I know I survived this. I don't know if I survived the next Charm. I would love to clear my debuff, but I know I can't. Okay, so we don't survive. I have to Dragon Claw. Debuff to Dragon Claw against a Wigglytuff. Is this enough? Or does it at least put them into 1 peck range? Please tell me it is. 1 peck? Okay, dude. Can we please see a better team? I don't know. This is, I'll take it, though. We got the win. Wow. Interesting couple of battles so far today. I wouldn't mind winning the lead and also RPSing an Annihilate. I feel like the amount of Annihilates we've seen is kind of abnormal right now. Our poor Cradilly hasn't had much play yet today. Hopefully we can see, I don't know, like, what's even a good lead? I don't even know if one exists. Let's just see, like, a Furret lead or something here. Let's see what we get here in our next game. Against the Pikachu. Togekiss into... I did not choose a good team today, it would appear. Alright, Cradilly, do your thing. It's not an Annihilate. That's what I gotta tell myself here. I don't know if they close combat here or not. Okay, they actually do. Well, there goes my Cradilly. Yeah. Dude, poor Cradilly has not had much play today. Um, but Togekiss can get some energy here at least. And maybe Giratina is a bit of a core breaker. I don't know. Are they going for close combat? I honestly don't even know if that does more damage, saying it resist it with both Fairy and Flying type. Maybe they're on Rock Slide, though. And maybe that does do, like, a little bit more damage. It also lowers their defense stat, which makes it so I get less farm. Which is, in fact, a smart play. Alright, Giratina, do your thing. I don't know if this is a good thing. If they're on Dazzling Gleam, it could be. But if they're on Psyshock, then maybe not. But they didn't throw the Psyshock immediately, so maybe they're not. Alright, what do they throw here? If they Aura Sphere bait, that's a good sign. But if they go for the Psyshock, then that's unfortunate. Okay. I guess that answers that. Shadow Sneak once again, just to try to get all the damage we can here. They're at 5 right now, so they have their next Psyshock. Get the shield, that's not bad. But this is still going to be such an awkward game. I can get the Shadow Sneak here, which should... Oh, man, I miscount by 1. All right, last game. I thought they were 5 away from their next move. I guess I miscounted there. That is incredibly unfortunate, because if we didn't take that move, I'm outside of Mud Bomb range, and then maybe a Dragon Claw plus an Aura Sphere would have been enough. Thought they were, Yeah, I just miscounted that. Yeah, I was just getting Thundershock down there. That is so unfortunate. 4 lead losses in a row, and 4 times met by a fighter. We have won twice, though. Like, honestly, I'm kind of impressed with that, but, imagine this team if we won the lead. We'll maybe see that at least once in the video. Alright, Discharge knocks us out. GG, I guess. They got us. Alright, decisive game 5. It's also, like, a decisive game of can we win a single lead in the set, so we'll see if that's gonna happen here. A little bit of unfortunate team comps so far. I know Togekiss is a Pokemon that has, like, a decent amount of weaknesses, but there's also quite a few things it has in the meta that aren't just, like, really bad matchups. There's neutral matchups, I swear. I guess maybe we'll see if we can find one here in this next game. Alright, what do we have? Togekiss, please do something, please. Well, that's, like, in a way, I'm almost impressed. Honestly, let's try something different. Okay, we bait out a Diggersby this time. So they're kind of ABA weak to Cradilly. I swear if there's an Annihilate in the backline, I don't even know what I would do. That would be insane. It's like, I'm not weak to Charge Bug. I'm not weak to Diggersby. But I keep on seeing these Pokemon in, like, the worst spot I could. That is a little bit disheartening. Alright. My hope right now is that I survive that next Scorching Sands, and maybe I can land another Dragon Claw against this Diggersby. And maybe I can get a shield advantage here. Although, even a shield advantage... Well, I mean, I would love a shield advantage, I guess, but I'm worried maybe they'd also just not give us a shield advantage. You know, there's a chance that they let it go and just get a farm down with Charge Bug. Alright, that's a CMP here. I think I'm going to undercharge this, just in case they do, in fact, no shield this. Because I don't really want to win Switch. Oh, I think that was a shield, actually. That's big. Is it big? It's probably not. That probably just guarantees that they have an Annihilate in the back, right? I don't think I can peck down in 5. But I bet I can Acid down over time here. At least Acid enough to get a ton of energy. And then maybe I can use that against the Annihilate that is almost certainly lurking in the backline. Maybe it's not even Annihilate. Maybe I have just been conditioned to believe that's the only Pokemon that exists. They get another move off. That's unfortunate. So it is the Annihilate. Um, at least we, at least we called it, right? That's rough. I don't know if am I in the Matrix? Am I just seeing the same team over and over again? What is going on? It's just like deja vu here. I mean, maybe there's a chance. I don't know. Can I ever, like, peck this down? I don't think so. They might just be trying to farm us down here, actually. They can't quite. So I get one more peck, and then I do have a Grass Knot loaded, and I've cleared my debuff. So maybe I have enough damage? I don't know. We'll see. Please. Pray Dilly. Please. I need this so bad. Please, please, please. Grass Knot's not the best move in the game. Annihilate, though, is not very bulky. Let's go. This was maybe the most frustrating set of my life. But it's still a 3-2. It's like we just fought the same team like 5 times in a row. Someone's got to have made a video on that or something. I mean, the thing is, it was 5 different teams, but it was like the five of the same ideas. Well, actually, that wasn't even. We saw that exact team there at least once in the previous couple of battles. But man, okay, we'll take the 3-2. Can we imagine what we could do if we won a lead? I think this team worked out pretty well. Aside from losing lead every single time, it has play, and that's the crazy thing about it. Even in those bad matchups, somehow I was able to overcome some of them. I would imagine that winning a lead would probably lead to better games where you might have more play. But, you know, I think Togekiss is pretty strong. I love Shadow Giratina. I actually got pretty lucky with my IV spread on this one, so it's a Pokemon, honestly, I should use some more. Maybe Cradilly on the Safe Swap, though, not very safe right now. People are just running the Monkey everywhere, so maybe don't use the Cradilly Safe Swap, but honestly, Togekiss plus Giratina, those two in tandem worked pretty well. So if you want to try out a team, maybe try out those two. Maybe don't try out Cradilly. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.